Alright, so when Michael Cudlitz said that the X-Scar story is fucked up, he was not lying. Oh my goodness, I am so shocked after watching tonight's episode. But welcome back everybody. This is gonna be my review of The Walking Dead Season 9 Episode 14 titled Scars. Spoiler warning, if you haven't seen the episode, go check it out and then come back to this video. Leave all your thoughts and opinions in the comments down below because there is a lot that happened in this episode. We're gonna discuss all this in this video today, so with that being said, let's get started. Alright, so first thing I want to say is that I absolutely love this episode. I mean, this episode had me at the edge of my seat the entire time. I couldn't even wait for the commercial breaks to be done because I was like waiting and anticipating what was gonna happen next. Because I mean, we found out about the X-Scars in episode 6, so that was a long time ago, and it was so cool for them to kind of take a step back from the whispers and tell this story. And I thought they handled it really well with what was going on present day and then also in the past. It kind of, was similar. The episode was about love and family, and it was also a very emotional episode. And that's what I mean. Like, it was nice to take a step back. And even though like that, I mean, this whole season has been pretty action-packed. This episode was also, I guess, action-packed, you could say, with what Michonne did, but it was definitely more on the character-driven and emotional stuff, which definitely worked for this episode, and I liked it. I also really like how they keep bringing back Rick into the picture. Like, it's so, like, even though us viewers, we know what happened to Rick because we saw, I just really like seeing the characters look for Rick and kind of deny that he's gone. I think it just makes it more interesting because when they have a reunion, hopefully in the future, they would, because they're not accepting the fact that he's gone, and I think it's gonna make it so much more interesting when they have that reunion. But let's go ahead and talk about the actual meat of the episode, what everybody was talking about, the X-Scars and the kids. And that, like I said in the beginning in the review, did not turn out the way I was expecting it to turn out. Like, I know being branded was like on the top of all the theories, like everybody was kind of expecting that, but still, being branded by kids was what really shocked me. The episode also did do a pretty good job of integrating the flashbacks with what was going on in the actual episode, like when Michonne opened the gates for Daryl and Lydia and them, and then when she opened the gates and we saw, the old group from the flashback. I did like how they kind of integrated into the, present day. But yeah, I mean, just the build up from, opening the gates and we slowly see what happened, I thought that was really well done. I also liked how each flashback, got darker and darker and better, and that's how it should be. Every time you got a flashback and then it cut back to a different scene, like a present day scene, I just wanted to see the next flashback. And I thought they did a really good job telling this story. Even though it was a little weird that it was kids, I thought the mechanics of the actual, plot of this, X-Scar thing was actually really well done. Like, one scene I thought was done perfectly was the morning after the sleepover, and everybody was like kind of looking for the kids and slowly freaking out, and then they opened up the garage where all the food was and that Alexandrian was killed. Like, that was done perfectly. I felt like I was watching like a kidnapping thriller film or something. It kind of reminded me of this movie called Prisoners. Such an amazing film, definitely recommend it. It has Hugh Jackman in it, and in that movie, his daughter gets kidnapped, and he was reminding me so much, or I should say, Michonne was really reminding me of, his character in that movie. As she was, slowly going around Alexandria, and, she realized that she's missing, and increasingly got a little bit, more worried, and it just added to the scene so much, and I just love that whole sequence. This episode also really made me appreciate Daryl and Michonne's friendship more. Like, I love the scenes they were together. We don't get that many scenes of them together, so they had a pretty good dynamic, and it really shined on their friendship, which again with Daryl, he's a very, I guess you would say, like low-key character. Like, he doesn't really express that much, but when he's when he's attached to a character, like, it's always Daryl and his characters he's attached with, right? Like, I don't know, because Daryl is such a, I guess you would say, like, emotionalist character, like, but when he's attached to characters, there's so much gravity to it. Like him and Beth, him and Carol, obviously, since season 1, basically, and now him and Michonne. Like, Daryl and Connie, now Anne Connie. I think Daryl just, like, he's an interesting character to be attached to. But the last, like, quarter of this episode was crazy. I mean, this turned out to be something I did not expect. Like, it was insane. Like, right from the kid who shot Daryl with the crossbow, and then the other kid knocked out Michonne, and they were tied up, and the lady, I didn't catch her name. If she had a name, please let me know in the comments. The Michonne's friend, she was reminding me a little bit of the Whispers and their philosophy, and how she was like talking about, you know, you can't be weak, you can't be strong, or you have to be strong. Like, she was definitely reminding me of Alpha, and you know, I just couldn't help but notice that similarity coming off the Whisper story we have this season. Yeah, but overall, really fucked up shit happened. I mean, Michonne really didn't have a choice though, to be honest. You know, her kids were in danger. The other kids weren't backing down. You know, she was trying to comply with them, but that one kid even slashed her stomach, and she's pregnant. Like, she tried her hardest to, you know, have everybody calm down, but they kept coming at her, and she had no choice. So, you know, as far as what I think about it, I thought it was a very messed up story, which is great for The Walking Dead. Like, I love how dark this season is. Like, seriously, it's insane. You know, we already have the whispers of and how dark they are, but just this little storyline from one episode is already like one of the darkest storylines throughout the entire season, or entire series, I mean. So again, like I said in the beginning, Angela Kang has made this season, I mean, we only have 2 more episodes, but, you know, even if those 2 episodes aren't as good as the rest of the episodes, this season overall has been one of the best seasons ever. All in all, this episode had a lot of great character moments, and it was nice to see a step back from the Whispers, and they handled it perfectly. Like, I wasn't like, I want Whispers, I want Whispers. Like, I liked what I was seeing on screen, and it was so cool to see that. You know, it worked well with the flashback episode, and they did a great job with it. And, you know, the Judith and Michonne scene at the end, that was great. Judith killing her first walker, I think that was her first walker on screen. That was like an absolute badass move right there. Also, the Michonne and Negan scene I also did like. And speaking of Negan, I'm glad they're doing a great job balancing Negan into the storyline. Like, they don't give us too much Negan, which I'm happy about. And I was actually worried that they were gonna give us a lot of Negan because of, you know, Andrew Lincoln, Lauren Cohan, a lot of main characters leaving. I thought they were gonna put Negan up in the forefront, but I'm glad they didn't for season 9, because we literally just came off of 2 full seasons of Negan. So I like how they're letting other characters, other villains shine, and they're saving Negan for next season. So, like, little stuff like that, like, that's how I know Angela Kang is, you know, very smart and is doing a good job with the season. But to wrap up and give you guys my final thoughts, this was such a great episode. I mean, definitely one of the darkest episodes of the entire series. It might even be the darkest episode. I have to think about it a little bit more, but it's definitely up there. But, I mean, this was such an incredible episode because they took a step back, you know, from the main storyline with the Whisperers, and they brought on this other story, and they made it just as entertaining, if not more entertaining. Like, I was at the edge of my seat for the entire episode pretty much. It was insane. And this season is shaping up to be, I think, one of the best seasons of the series. But yeah, it's such an incredible episode. Let me know in the comments down below all your thoughts and opinions. We finally have all the answers to the X-Scars, so, you know, let me know what you guys thought about the whole thing. So I am gonna wrap it up there. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a like rating, and for more Walking Dead content just like this, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys later.